Good morning to all. I am Divyani from PG Department of Commerce and Business Management. Today my topic is functions of management. Before knowing about the meaning of functions of management, first of all we all should know about the meaning of management. What is management? According to G.R. Terry, management is a distinct process consisting of planning, organizing, activating and controlling to determine and accomplish the objectives by the use of people and resources. So management plays very important role in the organization. It is required at all the levels and a universal concept. All the businesses like sole proprietorship, partnership, joint stock company, public sector enterprises, they all require management to carry out the business activities. The success or failure of an organization greatly influenced by the expertise of the management it has. So now the basic five functions of management. Notes and O'Donnell explain five functions of management. They have become widely accepted functions of management everywhere. These five functions are planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. Now, the first function is planning. Planning is a basic managerial function. It helps in determining the course of action to be followed for achieving various organizational objectives. So we can say that planning is thinking before doing. So under planning, what to do, how to do, when to do, who will do a particular task, it plays very important role in the planning function. So planning bridges the gap from where we are to where we want to go. Under planning, the various steps are to be followed. These are setting objectives. After objective settlement, next function is developing premises, then alternative courses of action, evaluating those alternative courses, selecting a best alternative, then implement the plan and follow up action. These steps plays very crucial role in the planning. Now the next function is organizing. Organizing basically means every business needs the services of a number of persons to look after its different aspects, division of work into functions and sub-functions, grouping of activities that are closely related in their nature, assigning of duties and responsibilities to the employees, and finally delegation of authority and power to each employee or the group to discharge their duties. So organization is basically a process of identifying and grouping of the works to be performed, defining and delegating the responsibility and authority, and establishing relationships for the purpose of enabling people to work more efficiently. Now, importance of organizing. Organizing helps the organization to reap the benefit of specialization. It provides for the optimum utilization of resources. It helps in effective administration, achieves coordination among different departments, and creates scope for the new change. Under organizing, there are various steps which are to be followed, like division of work, departmentation, linking departments, assigning duties to them, defining hierarchical structure. Now we proceed to the third function of the management, that is staffing. In the simplest terms, staffing in management is putting people to jobs. That means put the people to the right place at the right time on the right job. The function involves manning the positions created by the organization process. Staffing is filling and keeping filled positions in the organization structure. Under staffing, manpower planning, recruitment, selection and training, placement of manpower, development, promotion and transfer and appraisal, determination of employees' remuneration. So it is the function by which managers build an organization through the recruitment, selection and development of individuals as capable employees. So now the importance of staffing, filling the organizational positions, developing competencies to the challenges, retaining personal professionalism, optimum utilization of human resources. Process understaffing, that is first step, analysis the manpower requirements. So it is the making an analysis of work and estimating the manpower requirement to accomplish the same. After estimation of the requirement of manpower, the next step is recruitment. It is identifying and attracting capable applicants for the employment. It ends with the submission of applications by the aspirants. Then selection, it is choosing the fit candidate from the applications and received in the process of recruitment. Placement, under this step, on probation and on successfully completion of the same, the candidate may be offered permanent employment. Then training and development, it is concerned with imparting and developing specific skills of a particular purpose. Then performance appraisal, under which we evaluate the performance of the different employees, so to rank the employees to ascertain their eligibility for the promotions. After staffing, the next function is directing. Directing is nothing but guiding and leading the people in an organization. It is not just giving instructions by the superior to the subordinates, but also a process of supervising and guiding, motivating the latter to achieve the organizational goals. So, directing is concerned with carrying out the desired plans. It initiates organized and planned action which ensures effective performance by the subordinate towards the accomplishment of group activities. So, according to G.R. Terry, direction is moving to action and supplying the stimulative power to the group. Under directing, there are mainly four activities which are involved, like leadership, communication, motivation, and supervision. Directing is a continuous function which is performed at all the levels of the management. Under leadership, a manager has to issue orders and instructions and guide the council, his subordinates, in their work. Communication, which constitutes a very important function of the management, it is set to the number of one problem of management today. So it is established fact that managers spend 75 to 90% of their working time in the communicating with others. So it is a means by which the behavior of the subordinate is modified and change is affected by their actions. So activating deals with the steps a manager takes to get subordinates and order others to carry out plans. Motivation, the term motivation is derived from the word motive, which means to need and emotion that prompts an individual into action. Now, fourth activity under the directing is supervision. Supervision means to supervise the subordinates that they are working according to the desired plans or not. So, supervision also a very important element of the directing function. Importance of directing. Direction initiates action. Direction attempts to get maximum out of employees. Direction is essential to keep the elements like supervision, motivation, leadership, and communication effective. It ensures that employee work for organizational goals. Coping up with the changes in the organization is possible through effective direction. Stability and balance can be achieved through directing. Now, the last function is controlling. Controlling can be defined as determining what is being accomplished, that is, evaluating the performance, if necessary, applying corrective measures so that performance takes place according to plans. So, it is the process that ensures whether the resources are obtained and used efficiently in achieving the organizational objectives. A process under controlling involves establishing standards of performance. First of all, we establish standards. After establishing standards of performance, now the next step is measuring actual performance. Actual performance on the basis of which we compare the actual performance with the standard, finding the variances or deviations if any. If there is any variance or deviation, then we take corrective action against that variance. So according to Terry and Franklin, controlling is determining what is being accomplished, that is evaluating performance and if necessary applying corrective measures so that performance takes place